No, you don't need to steal plutonium to go back in time. All you need is the Video Games Monthly. What's inside the Video Games Monthly subscription box? The viewers sit at the edge of their seat. What is inside the monthly subscription box known as Video Games Monthly? Can you also tell us a little bit more about it? I see you're reading the script. Video Games Monthly, every single month, delivers to you a selection of retro video games. If you grew up, say, collecting and playing Nintendo, they can do that. If you grew up and played Sega, yeah, they can do that too. Even PlayStation games and Xbox games could be delivered right to your door. We're going to go ahead and get this one opened up. I'm also going to provide the link down below in the video description. So if you guys do want to dabble in Video Games Monthly, I'll put all that information. You can type that in, or I think you can also just click on it as well. Let's go ahead and get this opened up. The mascot is greeting us at the door saying, "Come on in," the Willy Wonka, if you will, of the video game world. This actually also came inside of a mailer bag, so I don't need to do any seal cutting. If you think something is going to be stolen inside, rest assured it did come inside a giant mailer bag. Not giant to the size of a pillowcase, but, well, you know, appropriately sized. Let's find out what we got inside. So we're going to go open this up. Speaking of pillows, packing pillows that is, we've got one. Sort of just as a support, nestling everything in place like little tiny baby birds in the larger nest. They don't want to fall out after all. Mama bird doesn't want them falling out, so she's got to be a little bit careful and keep them all nice and safe inside. VideoGamesMonthly.com. We hope you enjoy your latest box. Please update your library on the website by adding these games and any other games you may have acquired. All updates to your library must be made 7 days prior to the end of the month. Video Games Monthly is a monthly subscription service that delivers retro video games to gamers who own classic systems from the 80s all the way up to the 2000s. Also inside, we got ourselves a 1-up card. Congratulations, you have received a free game. Thank you for being a Video Games Monthly subscriber. Visit our website for an up-to-date list of available systems. And again, the library must be updated 7 days prior to the end of the month. Gonna put that right over there. Let's see what we got inside. Feast your eyes on this. We've got the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for the original classic Nintendo 64. This is from LucasArts, and it's got the official, right there, sound effect permitting, official Nintendo seal of quality. Still bums me out years after the fact that they don't put labels on the spines. I know you can get some on Etsy where people have made spine labels. I might actually just invest in that, because certainly from the side or from the top of the cartridge, you see squat. I don't know what game this is. Do you know what game this is? Somebody's yelling in the background. Is it Pod Racer? Yes, it is. It is the Episode 1 Racer, but it's only because you just knew that. I literally just showed you that. You're a cheater. Get out. Yeah, you can grab your ham sandwich on the way out. The next thing we have inside is the Sega Genesis release of NBA Jam. An avid player of Sega Genesis only when I went to my friend's house. I was sort of the Nintendo household. And in the darker side of town, the one that always seemed shrouded in trees, was my friend's house who had the Sega Genesis. I would go over to his house to play Sega Genesis. He, in turn, would come over to my house and play the Nintendo systems. And we were the best of friends. There's no other story to that. I thought you were probably expecting that was going to lead to something else. Like, then did he do you wrong? No, I think he just moved. I think that's it. I think he just moved. We also got inside a business card. VideoGamesMonthly.com. Win 3 free games. Simply share a photo of this month's box on our Facebook page. 2 random winners will receive 3 free games in next month's box. Huzzah! I yell out loudly. The audience covers their ears. Not so loud, they say. Shh, sorry. But then the Game Boy Advance. Lilo and Stitch. I don't think I've ever really seen... Oh, yes, I have. I had to quickly correct my memory. I did see Lilo and Stitch a long time ago, though. This is from... Who makes this? This is Disney Interactive. This is for the Game Boy Advance. This is for Nintendo. That would be my household. His would be very dark area. It's like nobody ever trimmed the trees there. All the trees kind of just loomed over top of the houses and cascaded shadows across their fronts. Moving along. The Game Boy Advance title, or the Game Boy title of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Don't have this one either, so we can add that to the library. I'll be sure to update my, you do that when you are typing on the screen. You have to write it. No, I'll be doing that. Funny enough, when people talk about writing letters, they always do this gesture. Do you ever go around talking to people like, I'm going to type you an email? Do you ever say that? Hey, Bernie, right after lunch, I'm going to type you an email. I guess some people still do that in the office world. The Nintendo Game Boy Advance of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Yes, indeed, I can add that to my library. We also have, for the Game Boy, Jurassic Park from Ocean. I believe also Ocean is the same company. Is it? Is it the one that made the RoboCop games? I say yes. I say reluctantly yes. Somebody's going to tell me otherwise. Jurassic Park. I certainly hope it's better than the Nintendo, Super Nintendo version of Jurassic Park. Not a great game because it didn't have a save feature. Ugh. My regrets of choosing it for a Christmas game. We have regrets in life, but we certainly can't go back and travel back in time unless you did have plutonium. I don't know, maybe you did. We've also got the Nintendo Topps 25-cent tattoos. How about that? They're throwing a little extra in there. One sheet of 14 tattoos and one stick of bubble gum. This is from 1989. I can imagine. I'm guessing that the gum is probably no good. And quite sharp also as well. It looks like it's left a little Band-Aid impression. Here are the tattoos that we have inside. Look at these vintage tattoos. I see Princess Peach. I don't know who this is. Anybody? Anybody want to tell me? And what else we got in here? A lot of old vintage, like Link, Super Mario. There's a nice little Mario right there. I don't know if these would actually work as tattoos anymore. And then there is a character from Punch-Out, drawing a blank to the name. They don't look so much like tattoos as they just look like printed paper. I guess anyone could easily say, well, that's what a printed tattoo is. Put it on your arm, your hand, your face. Maybe not your face, unless you want to walk around with Princess Peach right on the top of your forehead, just right in the middle there. Everybody's looking at you. Oh, yeah, I know, Bernie. I'm still going to send you that email. And then we've also got ourselves some gum. Quite sharp, serrated gum that has aged over time. Everybody is probably asking me, could you just try a little piece? Okay. There's a little bit of gum flavor. Oh, and that went south real fast. That's not great. Definitely has a very artificial, maybe you shouldn't have eaten it sort of flavor. I think you're right, gum. The last thing we have for the GameCube is Monsters, Inc. Scream Arena. What would count for a Scream Arena? Having learned the power of laughter, the monsters of Monstropolis have created a new training game to help them practice making kids laugh. Play as your favorite Monsters, Inc. characters, 7 different arenas inspired by art from the movie, multiplayer mayhem for up to 4 players, an array of special balls, each with a unique ability. How many players? Oh, 1 to 4 players, tells you right at the top there, humbled reviewer. And it comes to us from the folks over at THQ, the creators of some classic wrestling games. I'm just trying to get the taste of the gum out of my mouth. You'll excuse me if I don't actually ingest the rest of that. But let's have a look at the titles that we got in this go-around. Working backwards, we've got the GameCube title of the Disney Pixar Monsters, Inc. Scream Arena. Not so much in order, but the Genesis release of NBA Jam. We got Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. No spine. Put that right over there. A couple of smaller titles, smaller in size, of course. The Game Boy Advance title of Lilo and Stitch. Yes, I did see that. Memory. The Nintendo Game Boy version of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Looking forward to adding that one. And also Jurassic Park, made by Ocean. Possibly the makers of RoboCop. Somebody will tell me otherwise. All of this can come to your doorstep, muchachos. All you have to do is subscribe right there. Head on over to www.videogamesmonthly.com. VGM, if you will. You can be treated by this mascot greeting you at the door, saying, "Come on in to the world of video games and retro memories," I guess. Why not? Head on over to www.videogamesmonthly.com. Subscribe today. If you already are subscribed, make sure as well, fast fingers a-moving, you update your library 7 days prior to the end of the month, so that whatever titles you get the following month, chaos ensues. You definitely will have the next month's box coming to your door with no duplicates, triplicates, quadruplicates, or so on. Would there be anything more than quadruplicates? I'm sure there is. There's probably somebody out there that has 5 of something, and I don't really know what it would be. Quadruplicates, pentographic, we're just going to drop it off right there. Producers actually right now are just on the phone right now, fingers waving around the emergency phone call, because we're worrying, of course, that the reviewer has consumed some gum. I seem to be okay so far. I yell up to the room. They're shaking their heads. One guy's whispering to the other guy. I don't think he's going to pull it. He's not going to pull through, he says. No, I am going to pull through. No, I'm still okay. I'm still okay. I'm still okay. Anyways, certainly if you guys have subscribed to the videogamesmonthly.com, let me know down below in the comments section what video games you got this go around. And also, speaking of down below, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure, why not as well, you turn on that bell notification. Until next year, when that bell turns into a green frog. Then you have to make the frog ribbit, ribbit, ribbit to guarantee you that when new videos are coming onto this channel, you'll never miss out. In the meantime, it's a bell. Let's hope it stays like a bell, because I got a little, animation for the bell. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.